Somebody told me that this world full of love, and I just try to tell myself that I'm just gonna float off like a dove and be happy no matter what I'm facing, cause I realize that everything that I'm doing pacing me and set me up for a higher level. I'm the only one that seemed to fold to the devil, but I decided I'm just gonna follow God, and everybody else can hang on their own squad. Now, this don't mean that I hate you. Man, this don't mean that I don't love you. I guess it's something done from a distance. Everybody else seem to have to face resistance, so I never try to pull you in. When I do that, I seem to fall again. But I guess I just want to show a smile and tell you that I'm happy right now. I'm happy right now. I'm happy right. I'm happy right. I'm happy right now. I can't tell the world what to do. I can't help nobody else make it through. The only thing that I can do is help myself and tell my 2 kids what I believe is best. That's it. And if I was trying to make a bigger plan, it seems like it falls straight through my hands. As I land on my knees to pray, I still want to thank God for today, for the activities of my limbs, and for the smile that I got that turns into a grin. Despite the things that's going inside my mind, when I be angry a whole lot of the time. See, I'm still in love with myself, and it's hard to try to do what's best. Still caught up in some small change, still playing some stupid, silly, small games. Hopefully I'll grow up and mature and not fall for the same things that I used to, and be able to endure when I couldn't. But nowadays, man, I'm not as much shooken. I seem to be more steady. Right now, I seem to be more ready. Get all my ducks lined up and head off for them bigger bucks. See, now I'm happy. Nowadays, see, I'm happy. So when you ask a question, you can come to me and say that I am so happy. Happy is the reason that I smile so now. At first I used to be really angry and hold it inside, and people tried to think of me as a person who they could step on, like I was a blunt that you dropped on the small ground, or maybe your cigarette butt, but they really didn't know me that much, because I seem to have a special touch. I used to come up and try and cut you up, but nowadays I would rather give a hug from a long distance to say I got love. I'm happy. Happy. I'm happy. None of this got to do with anybody else in my circle. I'm happy, man, my life ain't purple. That means black and blue. So all I'm just saying is that I love you. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. Happy till I die. Happy. See, I'm happy. I'm happy until I die. I'm happy until I die. I had a good conversation with my cousin, and he put me on another level. I was trying to watch the Browns game and enjoy it, but I couldn't. One, because of the foolishness that they do when they playing, but it all circles back to being happy again. That was the Roots and track called You Know That You Got Me. I Know That You Got Me. The Roots, so I want to give a shout out to them for putting together such a beautiful song. And it got Erykah Badu in the song. So big shout outs to Erykah Badu, The Roots. And I'm going to say it again like I do for the other things. I would love to have a Roots track featuring Motell Granite. What I just flipped was I'm happy, Happy, Happy till I die. Fighting to stay on this side. There's a lot of enemies that we all face, regardless of whether y'all want to fess up to it or not. Or maybe y'all not facing any. You know, let me stop and say this. Maybe y'all not facing anything. So I need to quit acting like y'all know what I'm talking about. Maybe y'all don't. So a lot of wounds that you deal with are not self-inflicted. It's just a course of life that's set, and you have to try to follow it. And in the track that they used in their actual song, The Roots, and Erykah Badu singing the hook, he was started off talking about a woman who stayed in the apartment complex that he lived in, and they never crossed paths. And then he went overseas and he got a chance to meet her at a show. And he said she was an Ethiopian woman, which had a lot of significance to me, that he described her status, culture, or whatever. And they linked up, you know, and she told him when we get back to the States, back in NY, the state of New York, that we can link up. And they did. And they got together and they had a relationship. And inside of the video, which was really sweet and was done, it was cold. Swing Low, you got to check the video out again of The Roots. I Know That You Got Me. So Swing, check that out. It's dead bodies laying on the ground. He's just stepping over them as he's walking. And then he gets to the body where his girlfriend / the young lady who he had vibed with overseas, he sees her. Now, for the first time, he breaks down in an emotional standpoint, lays down on the ground, and he's all emotional now because of her. Yet he was oblivious to all the other bodies that he was stepping over and walking past. So I think that's some kind of significance in there. And then as the video progresses, not too much longer after that, the scene switches and he's laying on the ground, perhaps shot by the police department or shot by another black man or wounded by a white man or perhaps stabbed by a woman or something. But nonetheless, it's him that's on the ground. And the video kind of goes off with a young man that's in the back seat of a police car, I believe, and being hauled off. Now, I don't know if that's the shooter or the whatever. But that was significant. So I don't think I said this from the beginning, but this is the Motell Television show. And this is called I'm Happy, Happy, but I'm probably going to use the Roots title on the front of this, which is I Know That You Got Me. I think that's a better one right now to use. So I'll use that one. So this is I Know That You Got Me from the Roots. And it's featuring me, Motell Granite, doing a little rap that I put together called I'm Happy. But I want to thank you all for tuning in. All my subscribers. My beautiful subscriber from last night, who I had some excellent dialogue with. We chewed it up and spit some things together. I appreciate that. Shout out to Michigan. And shout out to Cleveland Heights in the process. So, again, this is a Motell Granite coming with, I think this is episode 5 of season 2, something like that maybe. Moving right along. I love it. May God continue to bless you all, and you see it.